Egocentric doubts basically means that your perspective is the only perspective. And this links to the spiritual doubts, because if you're not spiritually in tune, you're not close to Allah, you don't humble yourself, right? Because what's salah? Salah is an act of worship, but it's also very humbling. Your face is on the ground, it's the symbol of the ego, it's on the floor, you realize you're nothing, Allah is everything, Allah is the greatest, Allahu Akbar, right? Allah is most high. You know, these things to belittle our ego, because the ego is a barrier to Allah's mercy and guidance. So sometimes we are so egocentric, it's my way or the highway, right? We're like this all the time. No, akhi, it's my way, I don't care. It has to be this way because this is it. This is ego, this is egocentrism. And this is also a trick of shaitan that allows doubts to creep in. Because when you may read something like, oh, how can the Prophet say this, right? Oh, how could Allah say this? Without being humble and understanding that there is a perspective and explanation, or the very fact that if Allah did say it, then therefore it's definitely true, more true than you, and has more mercy behind it than you think. Because it came from the most merciful and the most wise. But yeah, our egos, you know, they're so big, aren't they, sometimes? And unfortunately, in our cultures, when I say our, I include Qatar as well, because it's globalization, yeah? It's the celebration of the ego. L'Oreal because I'm worth it, right? You can do it. Just do it, yeah? Nike, yeah? No limits. Right? We're trying to make ourselves into God. You can do anything. You can achieve anything. You can do it, right? This is shaitan. It's actually a God complex. We want to become gods in that way. It's almost a hidden social shirk. We celebrate people, don't we, all the time? We celebrate ourselves. Selfie, yeah? Yeah, we do it all the time. A lot of people die in the Gulf because of selfies, by the way. Have you seen the accidents? Oh, I'm having such a nice day, alhamdulillah. And then they're dead. SubhanAllah, they die upon that. Egocentric selfies. Not all selfies are egocentric. But you know what I'm trying to say. It's all about the celebration of me, celebration of I, Facebook, what people are going to think about me, right? And this creates an attitude where, therefore, your feelings and what you think is right is more important than what Allah thinks is right. And this forms the ego. But when you do salah and you read Quran, you do dhikr, you belittle the ego, you push the nafs down, right? And that's why the Sahaba were on the highest spiritual level, because they would hear and they would obey. We would hear, we would think, discuss, challenge, then not obey. Yeah? But they would hear and obey because they had that heart, they were so humbled. They had that tarbiyah. So when they knew something was from Allah and they understood it properly, khalas, it's done. But us, even when we understand it properly, we still have this ego, what if, what this, what that. Do you see? And that's egocentrism. My way or the highway. I'm right. It's all about me and what I feel. How can Allah challenge my feelings? Yeah? SubhanAllah, this is ego.